Do you have a psychotic boyfriend? Contrary to popular belief, the majority of psychopaths do not commit serial killings. In actuality, only 1% of people have true psychopathic traits. Think about social chameleons that can easily adjust to any circumstance when you think of psychopaths. Clinically speaking, they are shapeshifters with the ability to change who they are to get what they want. They primarily do so to attract attention. But it doesn't mean they won't don a mask of deceit to get what they want, whether it be sex, cash, or power. Psychopaths frequently go unnoticed because of their special charm. They appear to be carefree, innocent, and fun-loving to the unwary eye. But keep in mind that what you're feeling isn't actual. Their true identity is considerably more ominous than the façade of deceit they present. Its cunning and planning have all converged into a dangerous whirlwind. Despite sharing characteristics with narcissists, they are not the same. The main distinction between them is that narcissists suffer from rejection wounds. Psychopaths, on the other hand, lack a chip that enables them to feel much of anything, hence they are immune to injury. A psychopath will go to any lengths to achieve their goals. This indicates that they'll usually charm, control, and seduce you quickly. The following are 10 ways to recognize psychopaths. 1. Grand gestures. Psychopaths frequently believe they are superior to other individuals in intelligence and strength. May boast of intelligence. Like to drop names. Frequently exaggerate success in business and finance. 2. They are really endearing. His capacity to enchant you while obtaining his goals is one of a psychopath's essential traits. Be wary, since many psychopaths are skilled at seducing their victims in overbearing and subtle ways. Will point out your shortcomings and praise them as your strengths. May become very affectionate and try to seduce you into bed using sexual cues. May offer to help you so they can win your trust. 3. Requires ongoing stimulation. Boredom is an allergy for psychopaths. Being left alone with their thoughts is one of their greatest phobias. Many people look for and even create other forms of stimulation to make up for this. Can start an argument without apparent cause when bored. Constantly looking for entertainment of some kind. Has trouble sitting still, and as a coping mechanism, may show signs of ADHD. 4. Constant deception. Think of a psychopath when you hear the words pathological liar. That's because when you examine their actions, you'll discover that they have a long history of telling lies, both minor and big. Will exaggerate small things in chats. Often makes up long tales to cover up a bigger falsehood. Will omit details and facts in order to make opinions. 5. Has no sense of regret or guilt. Psychopaths, in contrast to 99.9% of the population, are absolutely incapable of feeling regret or guilt. However, they are quite good at making it appear as though they are sorry for the hurt they have caused. Will put up a show to make it seem as though they are embarrassed by what they did. Turns the tables on a victim by seeming to feel guilty in order to be comforted in order to gain attention. May react emotionally inappropriately, such as with fury or impatience, as opposed to feeling sorrow or guilt. 6. Acute impact. Sometimes a psychopath's disguise comes off, letting people see them for a split second for who they truly are. You are interested in blunt effect because of this, aka flat effect. May not appear to be affected by the loss of a loved one or pet. They could seem to lack a true personality or soul. Things that ordinarily elicit emotions of joy, happiness, or grief might not elicit an emotional reaction from you. 7. A parasitic way of life. Many psychopaths are mobile by nature. This does not exclude them from presenting as stable. Psychopaths typically depend on the generosity of others to survive. This paradoxically gives them the appearance of freedom, adding to their allure. Use people to obtain resources, such as cash or a place to live. Intentionally creates connections with people who are seen to be influential. Quickly enters and exits people's lives frequently. 8. Refuses to take accountability. Attempting to force a square peg into a round hole while dealing with a psychopath is futile. They are unable to accept responsibility for their acts, to put it simply. Will frequently attribute the accuser's behavior to them. May acknowledge making a mistake yet assign blame to the accuser. When held accountable for destructive behaviors, frequently plays the victim. 9. A patchy history of relationships. Psychopaths are unable to feel anything, hence their relationships frequently end. When analyzing for a psychopath, look out for the following: superficial, short-term connections. Blames X for problems in past relationships. Does not accept any blame for the breakdown of previous relationships. 10. Potential criminal history. Although not all psychopaths have been charged with a crime, the majority of them have a criminal history. Keep an eye out for these actions. Thievery or thieving history. Brutality to animals, including torture. Aggressive actions that have a history of being juvenile offenders. Final thoughts. Psychopaths are frequently immensely alluring. That's because they've devoted a lot of time to observing others, much like an actress may practice a role. While not all, many have excellent looks. They are aware of the significance of maintaining their physical appearance. They can then use charm and sexual energy to seduce victims and take advantage of their emotions, minds, and spirits.